Welcome to Battlefield 4 viewers. I am Winch here. I'm here to help you improve your gameplay on this magnificent game that we will all be playing for quite a while now in the years to come. First tip is death can come from anywhere in this game, from behind you, from above you, from water, from air, from ground, even factors outside of the map, which I am demonstrating now in the new game mode called Commander Mode, where I have initiated a Tomahawk missile strike on this enemy team that's attempting to plant a bomb on their objective here on our base. And I'm trying to prohibit that for the moment. Here's a timed delay. And moments like this, I'm told that this is quite epic to see from the battlefield perspective, to see this Tomahawk missile coming in, laying waste to this entire team that's on the objective here. Apparently it leaves quite a crater in the ground, and you just don't see strikes like this coming. This is a live view here of the battlefield from a bird's eye perspective as a Tomahawk missile comes in from the north, makes a round from the east into the objective, and splat. There you go. There's several kills, and that team is decimated. We're able to recover that bomb out of a crater from what I hear and move on to plant that objective. Why am I showing that? Again, the topic of this video in my introduction here to Battlefield 4 is situational awareness, how to improve your gameplay. That's something I've always preached in my previous endeavors with YouTube, and Battlefield 3 coming from my background is how to improve your gameplay, how to think outside the box, how to maintain your spatial awareness and capitalize on your opponent's weaknesses, understanding your weapons' weaknesses, because there's a lot of depth to this game. This is my first upload here of the actual gameplay, and I'll have lots more to come in terms of weapon reviews, loadouts, map designs, and just my overall impressions of the game, which thus far are quite good. Everybody's really enjoying this game right now. This is obviously PC gameplay. Looks like next gen's going to be a blast as well, with PlayStation 4, Xbox One, 60 frames a second, large player counts. You just don't get this kind of gameplay on Call of Duty. So a lot of new players coming from Call of Duty. For those of you that have been with me on my previous channel, or Battlefield 3 that is, coming to Battlefield 4, welcome. Looking forward to educating all viewers, new and old, on the beautiful game of Battlefield 4. And I am really enjoying this game. It's got, again, a lot of depth to it, lots of weapons. I'm still feeling them all out, so again, I'm not really putting a lot of content out there, because right now for the moment I'm trying to get a feel for the game, and I really think PlayStation 4 is probably where I'm going to get the bulk of my video content, because frankly I'm just not that good on PC. However, just like any game, it's not so much about your skills with the controller, it's more about positioning yourself as a player and exploiting the weaknesses of your team. As this opposing team, as you can see here, is running up that hill. I'm using the advantage of my weapon suppressive fire with this. This is the MG4 support class weapons. A good gun. I just unlocked it. It's saying this is beastie. Lots of weapons in support class right now are really good. So the support class as a whole is really good class. Lots of firepower in it here. You can see the mortar here. That'll probably be my next video I'll be putting out, is talking about the mortar support class equipment. Moving on to the next footage, will be exclusively here with just boat gameplay, the PT boat, and that's what I want to discuss in this video, is how the PT boat, you need to be aware of this vehicle in Battlefield 4. Regardless of what game mode you're playing, it's going to be typically only in Conquest and Obliteration, Rush type game modes. Whatever there's water and there's this PT boat, you need to be on the defensive and need to be on lookout for this vehicle, because in my experience, this vehicle is the most devastating vehicle in the game thus far. And I did get a little AC-130 gameplay in not too long ago, and I'll have to say I was quite disappointed with that vehicle, because it used to be the sharp end of the stick, and then they've really nerfed the hell out of that thing. So that's not so much a problem, but this boat, you got to watch out for situations like this where I'm rolling up on the team. They just planted this objective. Unfortunately, I just got there too late. Really, but as you can see, the arsenal on this thing is something to be reckoned with. Now, some of you that have played this are probably wondering why it looks like this in the footage, and I apologize for this. This was my own inadequacies when I was recording the content. I apparently selected the wrong video format, and that's why it looks like a FLIR infrared vision here. So that's really not what it looks like. However, it does seem kind of fitting here. Now, did you just notice what happened there with the enemy's boat? One of my teammates just got into the boat and captured their boat, because apparently the enemy players got in that boat and either got disabled or just didn't want to be it anymore, so they left it there. Number one rule here too is don't let your vehicles fall into enemy hands. This boat is way too powerful to not go basically unchallenged. The enemy boat's the best vehicle to challenge this thing with, and allowing us to capture their vehicle basically puts the opposing team at a huge disadvantage. So be aware of your vehicles. If you're fortunate enough to get into them, just don't abandon them on the battlefield. Now with this game mode Obliteration, it's all about arming a bomb on the opposing team's objectives. There's 3 of them on each side. There seems to be some confusion in the early days of Battlefield 4, which is to be expected with the new players coming out. It seems like people really are kind of confused about how to play this game, where to take this bomb, or what to do. So there's going to be some growing pains here in the gameplay. Just bear in mind that you always want to play the objective, you want to play with your team, and you want to maintain awareness of where this vehicle is, because this thing is absolutely devastating. Now you notice where I'm positioning this vehicle. Use water at your advantage. Nothing can get to you in water. Nobody can run up and put C4 on you. For the most part, the only thing that could get you out here is another vehicle, another boat that is, or an air attack. And frankly, right now, I haven't seen many good pilots out there in the air with jets and helicopters, because again, it's early in the game's release, so people's abilities are not quite that good with that. So here what I'm doing is using my vehicle's strengths to my advantage and maintaining ranged attacks. Right here I'm taking out this guy with the bomb at range with a zoomed vision on it. There's absolutely no reason at all. The number one fault I see people use with this vehicle is getting too close to the shore. It makes you vulnerable to attack from RPGs, from engineers, from tanks, etc. Anybody with a gun near the shore is going to be shooting away at you. So use this weapon, use this vehicle at range like this. This 40mm cannon is devastating against infantry and just about anything. And by default, you have unlocked a TV missile, which has 2 rockets in it, which basically lay waste to any land-based vehicle at range. You can shoot them in sequence, one after another. So anybody foolish enough to go toe-to-toe and remain stationary in a vehicle on ground will be sorely mistaken in that underestimation of this vehicle's offensive power. So also, mobility is key to your survivability in this vehicle. Once you become a force on the battlefield, people will start coming after you. So moving around is something to keep in mind as well, as you want to maintain mobility to increase your survivability with this vehicle. Other thing too, if you're on the receiving end of this vehicle, it's good to solicit the help of a recon class soldier with a lock-on designation to assist in an engineer shooting a guided rocket at the boat. Now right here you can see me reassessing my threats from that tank to the engineer there. It was shooting at me with RPGs. You got to prioritize your targets. Always shoot the guy that's shooting at you first and who is the biggest threat to you in the closest proximity. I realized here I got a little too close to the shore looking at my mini-map there, so I pulled away, reanalyzed the threats, got over here again. I'm trying to help my team progress to the last objective here as we're kind of gradually turning this match around. I mean, we came from a 2-bomb basically deficit to come back to win this game. So again, I'm trying to use my ranged advantages here. You can see engineers from the shore trying to lay an RPG attack or some kind of missile attack on me without success. I'm just too far away. But my weapon, on the other hand, I've got 40 rounds of this 40mm can, which has got a good amount of splash damage. I'm able to counteract long-range attacks with much greater success than just about anything on the battlefield. Spotting's also key. You got to know what button is to cause that little triangle to spot on top of your opponent. Whatever that is, always hit that button, because it makes such a big difference on the battlefield when you're able to spot enemies and your whole team knows what you're looking at, what you're shooting at, and that really helps with situational awareness. Right here I see some guys in the water. Don't ever swim in the water with these things out in the boat out in the water. It's like a shark coming for you, and it's going to eat you alive. You're just basically a little beached whale or a little seal up there as I come up from death from below or above, whatever you want to say. This thing will just tear you up. So don't swim with this thing in the water. It's the great white shark of the water, so heads up on that. Right here we come up to secure the last bomb objective. The bomb locates on top of this hovercraft here. I get my teammates to swim out there, get in the boat. Now I'm going to try to position this boat towards the last objective site, which is the Bravo position to the east of my current location. So again, being aware of where the shore is, try and keep my distance. I'm just not gonna steamroll up there. I'm gonna approach this cautiously. I realize the enemy team is trying to make a stand here with the BMP, so I'm gonna lay waste to this real quick here with the TV missile and a combination between that and the 40mm cannon. Again, this guy's trying to outrange there. You can see the range of his vehicle. It just can't stand toe to toe with this vehicle. And I'll pretty much lay waste to him here. And we're gonna move on in a moment. Once I've cleared this objective, once I've determined that the bomb area looks clear, you can see my jet there. That's helping me out too, keeping their jet off me. Then I'm gonna roll up here, allow my teammate to swim off the boat and plant the objective. And I'm not just going to sit here and be lazy. I'm going to be looking around and be spotting any targets that come within vicinity of this bomb location and spot them. Primarily I'll spot them and then I'll shoot them second. Number one priority with me is always identifying the target. Number two is eliminating it. So you have to be conscientious of helping your teammates out by calling them out either verbally with a mic and or spotting them with the 3D spotting tool. That's absolutely imperative to your success in this game. I hope this helped you guys out. I'll have lots more content to come. Looking forward to introducing Battlefield 4 strategies, tips, reviews, loadouts, etc. Please like and subscribe. And my name is Winch here. We'll have more Battlefield 4 content to come, and I'll see you on the battlefield.